Hey folks, Thursday, 3rd of November 22. This is the pre-US. My name is Tim. So last night we had the FOMC letting down the markets with the hot air that was to be a Fed pivot, giving guidance to a softer rate hike in December. Didn't get it, and this is kind of what we were projecting to happen. So listen, what do we see in the markets? Well, quite a round trip on the S&P at the time. Real initial bit of selling, rallied up here to significant levels, 38.97s on the SPOs. Lovely level to be had selling on the Dow actually as well. A couple of the traders in the room getting that short. And then really as the Q&A crept in, we just gave it up back down again on VWAP, down into new lows, pull back to VWAP on that 38.50s, and then sayonara, good night, sweetheart, and down we are. So just 1% down at the moment on SPOs. Why are we down here? Well, really, it was all a dream. The Fed pivot, I hear that those people are being rounded up at the moment in London and Wall Street and on Twitter and are to be shot at some point later on today. But until then, we can watch as this market unwinds what has been the absolute horseshit that was the Fed were going to pivot and take off the gloves and say job done. All right, so it was never going to happen. So please refer to the interview I did with Jason Shapiro for how we feel about that one. Anyway, back we come. 36.98 imminent to trade now. We're looking at weekly bars here. Okay, imminent to trade on 36.98 halves. And you know what? I don't think that's going to be it today. So we've got a lot of markets to get around here. Do be aware of the trend, this mega regression channel up here. Okay, it's been in effect since 2009. So, do be aware of this little knot of an area at the 36.98 half. It's not going to be easy to get below here, but if you ask me, which you are doing by watching this video, we will get below it. So, if you're short, good place to take targets, 37s. All right, further down on Dow and NASDAQ to come, targets on NASDAQ 10,736 there. And really, I think it's going to be lower, 10,500s. Let's have a look at cable here because we want to keep this short and sweet like an ass's gallop. 3/4 basis point hike from Bailey and the BOE earlier on. Pull back on VWAP, sell that, down we come. One spot, 1166s. We were looking for further retracement back up to close this mini budget Liz Truss gap here. No chance. Down we come. This thing is in absolute free fall, negative 2.7 at market right now. Coming into supports at spot 1166s. I don't like the longs there, let me tell you. Bitcoin down just shy of 1%, holding the 2110s. At the moment, and I don't think it's long before you actually trade a lot lower there with the Dixie on the romp. So I'll show you the Dixie here. There's a lot to be covered. Quick. Here's the Dixie on the dailies. We're back up onto the heading for the top of this channel. So really no longs to be had in the euro or other FX Dixie pairs, and oil here as well. Looking pretty soft below this invasion top here. I'm very surprised actually. I really did think that this pullback was going to be super bought yesterday. It wasn't at all. Really nice pushing on to new highs there later in the session. Last night, really 3-4 o'clock pushed into new highs there. I really thought it would go for the 2001 low 91.30s, but nothing like that now. So little reversal on the cards. And I think we could actually probably do a coming back down to 86.44s. That's on the quarterly charts. And so we could really kind of get into here and then talk about buying this thing. But until then, step out of the way of any of these sellers. Gold also looking pretty negative here as well. So nat gas kind of holding a bit up due to a cold snap coming in for North America as well. And that is about it for me for today. So yeah, listen, if you haven't checked out the Discord, just head on to duggancapital.com and you can check it out there, or please do click to like and subscribe in YouTube and get notified when we go live for some of these big data events. All right, listen, have a great session. Hopefully see you in Discord, And until then, keep the wrist tight. Cheers.